There we go. I posted the link to everywhere now, and we can take a look at some of the requests here first before we are going to get into some of the more common, the Bitcoin and stuff. So first I'm going to go through the Patreon requests, which started off with, let's see, Shop, S-H-O-P, Shopify I think that was, and that was from William. And so, what up big boss? Let's take a look at Shop first, not Spot, but Shop. So want to ask me about the high degree time frame what we had, and generally as we have had these massive gains and drops in price, we want to be using log scale, and we can see the amount of price that it has retracted here to low 20s now, from all the way from $176 around the 2021 end, like all the end had. So let's take a look at the log scale version of this. We had the bear and bull counter on the smaller time frames here, but William wanted to ask about the higher time frame here. So obviously we can't trust RSI based on this low here, since we did not have any data back in here. So although we know that this price was the current low that we don't know what Elliott wave structure this whole thing is part of. It could have been that it started from here and did something like that, or we did a massive drop like this. We don't know, but based on the structure that we had from here, we need to be creating an Elliott wave structure, but RSI is not to be trusted here. So let's take a look at what we have. Highest RSI at these ends here. There is a chance that we are creating this as some kind of three-way structure based on these log scale extensions. We are getting more towards the bearish targets here. So again, there is a chance that we have created some kind of 1-2 setup here, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5 here, creating some kind of a structure like that. Let's see how long this is. 2015 all the way to 2018. So this is probably a primary. So this is the bear scenario, most likely, where this is not an impulse. So again, in here, it's kind of hard to get this into a five-way structure here though. This is the lowest low here on price. Let's see. This definitely has the feeling of more of a three-way structure. We can have some kind of ending diagonal here, at least here on higher time frame as a possibility. But that does not fit into being a C wave though. Maybe there is a chance that we have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If we are looking at that on arithmetic scale, that would probably fit decently well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. That is the ABC count. I feel like this is a higher time frame bear, HTF bear. I'm only doing the Patreon requests, unfortunately, on this one. Maybe at the end if we have some time, but I generally have like a 2-hour time frame here on these Patreon live streams, and we'll see if we get to the end, then we can maybe take a request or two as a free chat. But yeah, I think this looks decent as a bear scenario. Again, bear is the reason, or why bear is because we have a three-way structure here. So let's take a look at if we can find some kind of structure here that is actually bullish. Now, again, we do have the highest RSIs here, but again, we can't really trust these too much. On monthly, we do have them here. And as we know that on arithmetic scale, we had this kind of move here. So this could be a third here. And I think that far-away structure that we had here at the end could be part of some kind of ending diagonal here that we could label as a fifth wave. So again, I think I had this already labeled somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, we had it here as one of the possibilities here on that large time frame bear count. So if that is a far-away move, how do we label this? Because we need to be thinking about arithmetic scale as well. This whole thing here could be a 1, 2. If we're looking using log scale, the retracement here was 32%. We haven't had many of these. That was 48%, so that is quite a lot more. Is this it? No, this is only 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe there is a end here where this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At that point we can use this as a wave 4 of something. We have a slight divergence here at the end. I'm making them once a week for Patreon. And we do requests for the Patreon, and also have a scheduled few different ones that I'm creating as well and doing per week. So basically few cryptos, few indices, and some of the sectors that we're going to be looking through as well later today. I kind of like this kind of setup here. We do have these as potential thirds having divergences at the end, giving some kind of potential for something like this as a potential 1, 2. If we can somehow manage this to be a forward move, I think we have to be labeling it something like this. It's not the prettiest here on log scale. Here we can, however, see that it is gathering momentum here up at the top for that third wave. And I think this looks decent. Just making sure that we have a potential here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and then potential ending diagonal here as well. So that would fit decently well here, being a fifth wave. So that would be a primary, 1, 2. The only issue that I have here is the retracements that we have here. And this is not really a good looking 5 wave here, definitely not. I think this is some kind of this is how we need to be labeling this for now. Link for the website for Patreon, I think you mean. Let's see if I have it here. I have it here. But yeah, I think this is a decent look for the high time frame bull time, or high time frame bull scenario. And this would be a wave 1, and then looking for 2 and 3, 4, 5, or again it could be an A, B, and C. We don't know how the larger degrees are playing out ever. So again, these are just guesstimates, the A, B, C's, and or the wave 1s here. Now the let's focus on this drop down here. Let's get rid of this here. We had high time frame complete, and then we have this. Let's get rid of log scale here for now. RSI bottoming very much early on. RSI cycle ending here, and then we have a continuation to the upside. This is super bearish in my opinion. There is a chance where this whole thing is an end of some kind of correcting wave that is correcting this. As we see, RSI has already hit a very high number here. See, on weekly even we got to the bearish resistance zone with this kind of higher time frame RSI cycle. There is of course a chance that we are doing this, where this would be getting a bit more proportionate to the drop here. But of course on log scale we have a lot more ground here that we can be dropping towards to, if the markets are saying that okay, this is not enough. Again, divergences all the way from here, which generally means that these are thirds of something. Let's take a look at the more bearish version of this whole thing first. These are again more local counts here. What was this? This was, okay, yeah, combination of them. So this is the highest high here. Let's see a bit closer, see what we got here. This does not really seem like it is very 5-ish, but I feel like for the bear scenario we have to label this as a 5 here. A potential 1, 2, 1, 2. This looks very nice, a 3. Let's see, what is that? 1.618, okay. So lowest low here, so this is already a third of something. Here we have this as a 1, 2. I mean, there is a chance where this whole thing could be labeled as potential diagonal in here, at least on that daily time frame here. I mean, it doesn't look half bad here either. If we are just labeling it like this as a potential wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way we could get our third already in here. I don't know, it just does not really feel like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then is this whole thing a fifth? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. The issue is with time. This has taken so much time, but I think there is a chance that we have it like this, but it's just so bad looking. Other scenarios that we have this as 3. And we're going to be talking about that as well. That is for the bull scenario overall. Extended wave 1. Yeah, that is the other possibilities for sure. Yeah, Nasdaq is coming up later. Extended 1. I wonder where we can be labeling it to though. So we have this as potential 1. This is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, let's see on RSI. Let's check out RSI first here. I don't like this being the way too. Although it is the one that resets the cycle here, but it's just so low already. Oh, man. I feel like we have to do something like this. It's so ugly though. Yeah, that's fine. It's so ugly though. I don't really like it. See high time frame if there is some kind of cues here. I mean, we do have these divergences here all the way up to these lows that we had. So there is a chance that we have something like this. However, if we had an extended fifth, generally we don't have this kind of divergence at that point. So let's take a closer look here, just to make sure that we're not missing something obvious, because this amount of time consolidated is more like this third here instead. So if we had this as the third, fourth here instead, let's see if we can have, is this, let's measure these things out. Is this the longer? It is longer than this one. So this is what I'm thinking now, a bit better, I feel like. 3s, 4s and 5 here. Now this is a bit more proportionate, I feel like. And this is the ultimate bear count on the medium time frame. MTF bear. So bear count, again 5 waves down means that it's either wave A or wave 1. Wave A, looking for wave B and then C. Generally we want to be having this retraced at least the 38.2 retracement. But I doubt that is going to be happening, at least very fast. I doubt this is going to go back to $82 anytime soon. But this is the bear count. Let's check out the more of the conservative, I guess, if there is one. We did have the divergences, which does indicate that there is a chance that this whole thing is again 5 waves. The other way of looking at it would be that this is some kind of, we don't even get to the 0.618, which is bad. What about on log scale? Do we get it there? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we have a chance of looking at this as an ABC here. ABC here. Let's use this as minute for now. I think this has to be the consolidation in the middle, but we have taken out the highs already here, which does not indicate, does not seem like it is right. Because the only thing that I would think that we could have is WXY coming down. But I don't like it. I don't like this divergence here at all for this count. But if we had to label this in 3 waves, I think this would be the way to label it. I don't like it. I feel like the bear case, unfortunately, is better. MTF, and this is the bull count. Bull count Y is because, again, this is coming down in 3 waves, meaning that it has the potential of rallying up in 5. So these two, again, goes here, and overall, we had a couple of different ideas here. ABC into these tops, having this as an ABC. See if did he hit anything here? I don't think it. Oh, he actually did hit 1-to-1 here. That is decent. That is decent. And then we had this major breakdown down lower, but I'm not quite sure what do we have here locally. We had the bull count as well, having this as a potential 1-2, 1-2. But based on the structure coming down, this looked very impulsive. So the expectation was that we had this as 3 coming down. Unfortunately, it does not really seem like it is. So RSI has already reset quite a lot. Let's see the extensions here. Okay, 0.618, that is kind of bad. Why if we do it like this way? Can we have this as an expanded structure? It does not really seem so. We do have a divergence here, which could indicate this to be an ABC. I'm going to be setting an alarm on top of here. And if the price gets beyond here, we can take another look and see if we can get a retracement, something like this, coming down at least. And since this was a 3-way structure, there is always a chance that it is going to be continuing the previous higher time frame trend here. And at that point, again, we would be going downwards a lot and fast. Where instead of this being an ABC, it would be a 1, 2, 3. But I'd be only interested in if we take out these highs. Okay, that's that. Let's check out the next one. That was Shop. Let's see, what else do we have? Matic. Into crypto world. Matic. I had it here. So Matic is one of those weird ones that did not really give us a good looking structure overall. We had this as a 3-wave structure. I think that is the best. Then I was expecting previously that we had this as coming down. However, again, it did not. Not quite sure how I want to be labeling this, to be honest. Let's get rid of these lines here. Bull case. These are probably these are old already, so I'm just deleting this. SMC, we don't need to be talking about that at the moment. Higher time frame, again, ABC down into these lows of wave Y. I think that looks decent. And then we would have to get something up into these. So I feel like there is a chance that this indeed is a 3-wave. I feel like it is the best at the moment that we can get. This actually is a higher high here on RSI as well. Let's see, did we actually have a 5-way structure here? Now, unlike other altcoins, Matic does not really have a clear fire wave here. We have a decent looking fire wave here as a potential, very locally, but overall this is very bad. It's not clear at all. I even have trouble with this structure over here. See if RSI helps. RSI is just saying that we have a three-wave structure, or three-wave cycle here, potentially doing something like that. This is a mess. I don't think it's worth the time to look into that part. Let's see if this actually can be an expanded structure. It still can be an expanded structure where we are creating another structure like that, where we would be giving a pair for this one here, downwards, and then another way up. There's also a chance that this was a three-way structure and then this was something like that. But again, comparing the the time against this here, against this, just not comparable. So that's why I do like this a bit better, although the extensions are just horrible. Let's see what we can get from the very lows here. 75 cents onwards. There's definitely a five-way structure here as potential. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that definitely can be an ABC. It's very proportionate as well. ABC here. Highest high on RSI as well here at the top. Maybe there is a three-wave here. Or is this some kind of expanding diagonal into a wave A, B, C? WXY overall maybe. WXY, maybe that's what I would like here, the best. I haven't gone to Bitcoin yet, no. Audio seems to be playing on just one channel. That is unfortunate. Let's see, can I change that? I know that as well on my recording software. Mic. No, I haven't done Bitcoin yet, no. I don't have a mono selected here on my mic though, so I'm not quite sure why. I need to be looking at that at some point. Thanks for reporting, Vladimir. I'm going to be looking into that after the stream. I don't think I can fix it on the fly here. For the second, it worked. During this stream, I clicked mono now. Maybe that works. Isn't mono just meaning one? Oh, it actually is showing two channels. Okay, that is weird. I don't understand. Okay, whatever. I didn't understand what mono means. I thought it meant just one channel. Okay, glad it works. Don't need to look into it later. But yeah, Bitcoin is not done yet, no. So here, what do we have? If this indeed is... It's now center voice. Yeah, okay, that's good. So 3, 3. This looks like 3 as well. So again, some kind of WXY or ABC into these lows. This looks like 3 as well into these. So again, I think we have some kind of structure in here. Or this of course could be a structure like that. And then we would have to have a 3 here, 3, and then 3. So I think the way to look at this is that this has to be a partner leg for this. It's not the prettiest, but I'm just going to be labeling it as a WXY for now. Then we have a small retracement and another possible three-way structure here. It's not very good looking. It's probably a WXY actually. Probably something like that. And overall it's a WXY. Unfortunately, Matic is not the ones I would be playing, or at least thinking that this is a fire wave, because there's a lot of different altcoins that are clearly having this as a potential fire wave going up. And I don't think Matic is the easiest one for those kind of setups. Now let's see. Here we see a cycle in the middle. I think this is a running flat in the middle. And then we have a 3 wave here. This could be another 3 wave. So again, what do we see is some kind of a WXY overall, I think. So a good thing about this is the chance that Matic can be rallying. It can be creating a partner leg for this one here, which is a good thing. Now, if we are comparing this first W here of lower degree, we can see that they're pretty similar sized. So I feel like this has the chance of being just a wave W here as well. Or this could be even wave A. I'm just doing the Patreon requests that I had. And if I got more time, then I'm doing the other ones. Highest RSI again at the top. Same with Bitcoin, which is making it possible to have this as some kind of extension of a WXY instead of a fire wave. I'm just looking at the substructures here, and I just don't see anything. I don't really see a fire wave here. There's a fire wave chance here as a 1-2, then a 1-2. But is there something else I can see? We don't have any divergences in here. This is 3 wave here for sure. But I'm just thinking, because this does not like it extends to 1.618, no, 1.236 here. So I'm thinking again that we have a ABC here or WXY of some sort here. This looks like 3 wave here as well. We don't even get to the 1-to-1. We don't have divergence here, which again does not indicate a 5th wave or any kind of topping pattern in the sense of normal impulse waves. So I'm afraid I have to be using this. And based on the size, I think these are actually too large of a size. So this should be sub-minute here. This should be micro. And this is probably a, let's see, the extension. Let's see, just 0.618. Yeah, it's not really bullish on either, unfortunately. This here does not get to the 1.618 either. Some alts did get to that 1.618. Here we have already overlap, so we can't really have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But instead we would have this as an ABC, either ABC. If we want to be coming down again, we would be creating a WXY overall. Time-wise, let's check that as well. We want to be seeing the 38.2 at least here, somewhere in here. And we don't hit the 38.2 in time for these lows. So I kind of want to see another leg like this and then another 3-way down. So for that reason, I'm thinking that we have this as a WX potential here and then Y. And inside here, of course, this would be an ABC. There's a chance that this is some kind of diagonal here. 3. Let's look at small time frame here. ABC. This is issue here. Generally, we don't want to be seeing a flat structure inside of wave 2 or in any diagonal structure here. That is again something to debate about on the markets nowadays, if that is allowed. And completely depends on your beliefs. Let's see the RSI here. Yeah, we're just creating higher highs on RSI, not really saying much. There is a chance that this is 3, 3, and then 3. Again, looking at the size here, if we are having this as a three-wave structure here, a three-wave here, comparing that to the next one, and again, what do we see? A 0.618. So it looks like Matic is liking the 0.618 for the third structure, at least on the uptrend. So what does that show? It means that it is very weak and at these highs. Let's see, what do we have here? There is some kind of divergence here going, but we had a week. I'm not sure if I want to be counting that. Man, that is not good. Not quite sure what that is. It's not pretty at all. Not pretty. Let's see if we have this as a first structure. What do we have here for the second? We have not again tagged the one-to-one either. Maybe this is some kind of three, maybe three, getting that divergence here, and maybe another 3 here. So the X would be a bit higher here, and then down. Again, it's really hard to label anything of these as we don't have any 5 waves. All of these look like 3 waves here, in my opinion. There is a chance, yeah, because the consolidation here is basically at the middle. So I think, yeah, that's that. I think that is the best count I see for Matic. If I had to pick one, I would be saying that all of these moves are very 3-wave-ish. This actually probably should be smaller degrees than this one here. But yeah, that is that. That is the current structure I would expect on Matic. So again, based on this, I would think that we need 3-wave here, and that could be same as this structure over here. So this would become a W wave, X and Y to get a partner leg for this. There we go. That's Matic. I'm only taking the requests from Patreon at the moment. Then we had MDG asking for Google. Let's check out Google. I had Google down here somewhere. Google, yeah. Obviously, we had a couple of different ideas for the trades here from the previous stream. And again, if we are looking at the higher time frame to get a point, 3-wave here into W, 3 waves into X, and then 3 waves into another wave Y. Based on the extensions, it's not really too much here. Unfortunately, from the lows, we had a potential 5-wave here, then 3-wave pull back into B, and then a potential 5-wave up in C, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We had that divergence going. But again, for the bulls, this is not good. This is an ABC and not a 1, 2, 3. So what did happen afterwards was that we had a potential 5-wave here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we were expecting to have some kind of retracement for that wave 2 or wave B. We had this kind of setup here where we would not take out these lows. And yeah, that is pretty much played out now. Not the best risk to reward ratio. I'm not quite sure if it's going to get up here. I'll just move these over to the right place. So I would not really look at that anymore. We have hit the 1-to-1 here, extension wise. Let's see if we have hit the 38.2 overall. We have not hit the 38.2 yet. That is kind of bad. What about time? Yeah, time is fine. I would expect us to make a swift down move. We still have this divergence. Maybe on smaller time frames we actually have, because this is, however, kind of scary, where we have this as 3, or this is 1, 2, 1, 2. If this is a 1 2 1 2, then this would be a 3 4 5 3 4 5, and we would be getting quite high up in here into the fifth wave. Now, as this is expected to be a wave A or wave 1, we would be expecting a rejection down here to at least wave C or wave 3. So I'm going to be setting an alarm here at the 38.2 and also just below the price, see how this reacts on the open. But I think the expectation here would be a 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 5, and at that point we could be getting up in here somewhere and then taking a look again. The projection previously was this kind of short setup here, and yeah, that is still holding true. FSLR was the other one that we were looking into. That did not go as we wanted. And this is still very weird of a structure. I'm not quite sure how I want to be labeling it. We had the chance of having this as some kind of ending diagonal here, but never came through. Let me check that. Okay, it's creating a structure downwards. Go back on the FSLR. What up, Johnny? What up, Frauge? Did you miss something? Some assets, some Patreon requests. We went through Matic and we went through Google and Shopify. So FSLR, high time frame, very bullish on this. There was a chance that we had a bearish count as well, but I think I liked the best this kind of look. 1 2. This is no longer relevant. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Super bullish. And yeah, we would be playing only the 3s and 4s anymore. We have taken out the highs here on RSI as well. Not the highest highs, but again, some highs. So there is a chance that we had, this is some kind of 1 2 1 2 setups here. Let's actually make sure that we have these right. So that is the lowest low. This is probably 1 2. So this has to be a 1 2 only here. 1 2 2 3 4 5 3 4 5. Okay, so we had it right. But the question is, what is this? And at this moment, I'm still expecting, or I'm still thinking that as this is the lowest low here on RSI currently, we'd be creating 1 2 1 2, and that is super bullish now. I was expecting us to hold that divergence down and create that diagonal in here, but it did not, obviously. It just went straight through here. If this indeed is a 1 2 3 4 and 5, this is going to be an extended fifth on third, and yeah, we still have so many different 3s and 4s to go until this is topping out. But is this a good area of investment? I don't think so, unless you want to be playing the smaller time frames. The extension target here, I don't think it's met, no. So there is also a chance that this is more bullish than I said. It's a potential 1 2 even in here, 3 4 and 5. So there is a lot of these 3s 4s and 5s that you could be playing on the shorter time frame, if that is something that you'd be seeking. But at the moment, I don't think this is for me. I'll just wait until something happens here. I'll just add an alert above these highs here. As this is 1 2 3, I want to be notified if this goes below the 38.2 as well. Let's see on very small time frame if there is a chance. I mean, yeah, there is a chance that this is turning into bullish count. We have probably a divergence here on very small time frame here. Yeah, we do. So again, there is a chance that we could actually get a long setup here. Let's see the retracement. Oof, that is kind of odd. Maybe this is some kind of 3, 3 and then 3. There is divergence, however. I'm not really a fan of that. 3, 3, 3. We don't get to the 1-to-1 for sure. Yeah, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to look for any long setups. But one setup here is that if you think that it has bottomed, this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divergence at the top, looking for a 3-way pullback. I'm going to be setting an alarm here and taking another look at the open and on top here as well. So if the market's open in an hour, or is it 1.5? Yeah, an hour or 2 hours. I think it's 1 hour from now, right? But yeah, that's FSLR. I would be looking at. Then Mara. We had Mara here up somewhere. Pre-market obviously gapped up. Had the chance of this being a wave A or wave 1. Had a nice long here. That did not play out, and that played out this way, but it's not the right count. That's what I meant to say. So this is not a wave 1. So we were thinking previously that we were coming down in 3, and then we had a pump. So this has to be wave 2 here, and this indeed turns into a micro as well. This is sub micro. And this whole thing becomes a WXY. 3 here. I can't really explain. This has to be a 3 wave. I just don't see any retracement in the middle. And then a 3 wave here. WXY overall. Looks decent. And that's where we're going to be leaving it at that. And then we have another opportunity here. This was kind of missed opportunity here at the lows. 1.236. As that extension, and then here, well, we did not hit the 1-to-1, so that's why I had that alert here. If you see that alert at the 1-to-1, but we did not hit that, so I completely missed this whole move. But that's life. You can't catch everything. There is a chance again that this would be very much bullish, and there is a chance that this already is done. But if you don't hit the 1-to-1 targets, I'm not going to get in. And obviously, we have not hit the 1-to-1 here. There is an even chance that this is going to be a 3 wave, and we're going to be getting a partner leg for this one, something like this here. So I'm going to be setting an alarm here, below these lows, and above these highs here. Again, trying to analyze this here is kind of bad. We do have some kind of slight divergence at the very top. Nothing else really. Maybe there is a 1, 2. Is it 3, 4, and 5? Maybe. But again, it failed here. So that's that. I'm only looking at this kind of long here at this moment. I'm not looking for a short. I do think that we need a partner leg for this, whatever it is going to be upwards later on. But yeah, that's Mara. Airbnb. Yeah, we did not get that move that we wanted for the retracement, so that's gone. We got a slight move here. This is probably the right one, and now we are creating some kind of 3 wave here. This is the bull count, a 1, 2, 1, 2. The bear count is obviously an ABC up. The issue with this one is that, again, we did not hit the 1-to-1, but there is of course chance that this is an ABC and we continue the previous trend. So this is the bull. Let me label that in. Oops. Bull. We should be ending soon. Otherwise this is not catching much. 1-to-1 is basically at these lows, which is kind of unfortunate. That makes me think that this is indeed something else than and not a 1-2. So again, the bearish scenario would be something probably along these lines. It could be here. Where am I interested in longing? Let's see. There is a chance that this whole structure is part of this, but we had a chance that there was an end here as well. This is kind of tough. Because the 1-to-1 is right at these lows. It could be holding. Maybe I'll just add an alert just before it. Somewhere $109. And see how that reacts. If we can get into a trade here. Obviously, if it is a 1-2-1-2, we have to hold this low. If it's an ABC, then this can become a three-way structure. Take out this low, take the liquidity here, and shoot off high to create a WXY overall. So there is definitely an upside here, but it doesn't have to do that, because again, on higher time frame, we have a chance where we have some kind of a structure. Let's see if I can find anything here. Impulse downwards here. Yeah. Where this would be a 1-2, some kind of 3-4, and looking for one more low here, where this becomes a 1-2, 3, 4, and 5, taking out these lows. So obviously we need to be having a risk management under control here. We just can't go long for nothing here. But yeah, there are still opportunities here to be had. Disney. I think we had a Disney long setup here that at least I got some profits and then set a stop loss. Yeah, it was this one here. This looks kind of impulsive to the downside though. Maybe this is a 1, 2, 3, but again we have the lowest RSI here now. Yeah, on a 4 hour. Yeah. That makes it quite weird. This does look like 5 waves here though. So there is a chance that we get a consolidation and under look downwards. At that point we need to be, oh man, this is so bearish. Because if we have a 5-way move here, it would mean that it's either a start or an end of something. And this does look like it is kind of proportionate as a 3-wave here. So if we have a 3-wave here as a WX, and then we of course need a bottom leg for this last leg here, which would be a wave Y. So this would be a micro. So this would be the setup here. I kind of like this. We had a very short X here. Let's see the extensions here. 0.618, that is very shallow. I don't expect wave B to go that high based on this structure here. I think this is a structure in its own, and then we have a 3-wave here. It would be kind of weird looking this as a structure. I think this looks better where this is complete, and then we have this as a connector, and then we connect another leg up in here. I'm going to be setting an alarm here on top of the previous highs here, not here, because this is again a potential expanded structure here overall. You can draw a channel in, and the middle is at 106.14. That's probably Airbnb, right? 106. Oh yeah, you probably mean this kind of channel here. Yeah. That would look decent, yeah. We'll see how that is going to be reacting. What was I looking at? Disney. Yeah, alert here above these highs, or the previous highs, these highs here, to create a structure like that. If we do get that, we have a chance of looking for long, short setups. And I definitely want it to come back to the 1-to-1. That gives us a better risk to reward ratio here. I don't see it going past 2, so that would be the risk, and the reward would be somewhere down here. So it would be beyond the 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio for sure. So that is definitely an interesting one to have. I got my alert set. Don't really need to be doing anything. I'll set another alert here so I can know that whether it goes up or down, we can react to it later. So that's Disney, crypto, Atom. I think I had it somewhere. I just saw it. Atom here. Yeah, Atom is one of the very hard cryptos to trade in my opinion. Let's get rid of all these measurements here. So last time we were looking at this as a, we have two different ones overlaid, that's why. Oops, cancel. What do we have? Oh, it's so weird. Two different ones and the same folder. Oh, there we go. That should be fixed. There we go. Kind of weird, this fifth wave up at the top, if we want to call it a fifth wave. WXY into here, 3-way back, and then probably looking for another 3-way structure like that. This does look decent, coming down in 3. This was the projection last time. It looks like it did extend a bit lower. Where do we have the wave Y? Somewhere here. Does this look right? It does not, I don't think. This is the highest RSI, so I think either we have it like this. This kind of looks weird. We have overlap here, so we can't have a 5-wave move. Maybe 3 here, pull back, and 3. Yeah, that looks decent. So this would be WXY instead. And then another 3-wave here. Yeah, that looks decent. And then again, this weird move that we had. Here on Atom either, it does not really look too good as a 5-way move. So extension wise, for sure, they do look very impulsive. There is a chance that this is an ABC, 3-wave, and then 3-wave here. Actually looks very decent here on Atom as a 3-wave here. Based on the size, I think this is sub-minute. Sub-minute here, coming down. Let's see the time it used to create that one. Hasn't hit the 38.2. None of the crypto has. So 3 and then 3. That's my expectation here on Atom. Like in basically all of the crypto as well. Yeah, Yorkie, that looks good. Definitely a possibility where we are going way lower, for sure. Very 3-wave-ish here. Let's see, actually smaller time frame. Yeah, this looks like 3 waves as well. doesn't really look like 5, is more proportionate in 3 waves than in 5. We do have divergence from the top though here. There is of course a chance that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since we have that divergence, but there is a chance that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. It's kind of out of proportion, the 4 here and 2. But yeah, I do like this being an ABC better. Maybe we get a structure like that and another leg up, and then we get a partner leg for this one downwards. I think that is the best bet I would have here on Atom. I'm not going to be trading this since I have already quite a few different shorts open. So, and I don't generally trade Atom. Is not the best looking structures overall. So that's that. I think we've gone through the Patreon requests now. And yeah, that's that. Let's see the ones that we generally go through. Starting with, let's see. I think I just made the Bitcoin video, so that's going to come out later. So I'm not going to be touching that today. Yesterday we were talking about of the indices S&P 500, where the bull count would be this one, where we had this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave A, 3 waves into B, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down into C, hitting almost the 200 extension here for this 5th wave, comparing. Oh, actually, sorry, that's wrong. Should be this one here. This should be 1 to 1. Yeah, 1 to 1. So that looks decent. And for the bull count again, we would the only current possibility is that we have a 3 wave here in the wave 1 of a diagonal, wave 2 here, and this would become a wave 3. Let's redo this drawing here now that we have got price updates. 3 here, 4 and 5. So that's the expectation here for the bull count. Obviously, complete invalidation here. If we go below here, I mean, it's not invalid, but it's again making it less and less likely. Bear count is very obvious as well. 1, 2 instead of the AB, and then this would become a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 1. 3-way pullback for wave 2, and then we start a new wave 1, 2 downwards. At the moment, again, we did not get that 4th and 5th wave, so this is going to be some kind of weird structure. So again, this is starting with starting itself with a 3-way structure, and I have no idea what that is. Let's see. Maybe this is a 3, maybe. So there is a chance that we are creating some kind of diagonal in here. For another possibility of going lower. Again, this would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and you would be looking for short setups here against the highs, these highs. And again, if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, you know we're going to be going way lower. I mean, we are getting these kind of numbers just off the bat. So yeah, those are the lower time frame on S&P 500. Let's check out some of the other indices, what they are doing. I'm expecting something similar. We had, let's see if I had this. No. Oh, it's shifted everything again. This is useless. Very similar as on Bitcoin. We had it like this here, so we can adjust this being an ABC instead. Potential 5 waves down. The issue is that we had overlap here. So if this indeed is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, we can't really have that too well here on Nasdaq because we have this overlap. 3-way pullback down and then down. So we would have to have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this would have to be probably a diagonal as well. Here we would be doing a 1, 2, 3 and then a 3-way pullback, and now we have already rallied way further than S&P 500 did on here. So it's going to be quite interesting to see which one of these is going to be winning. At this point, we could be looking for another diagonal upwards. It's not, again, that bearish as S&P 500. I don't think we tag the 1-to-1 even close. Yeah, well, close-ish, but we don't tag it. So yeah, that's going to be interesting which one of these is going to be playing out. The issue with this count is this whole thing is not really pretty at all if we are creating a diagonal. So what else do we have here as a possibility? Let's see. ABC maybe? No, we don't need that. This looks very good in my opinion as a diagonal in here, and then 3-way pullback. But this mess here is the limiting factor. It's way more weird than the S&P 500 as well. I mean, we could have this whole thing as some kind of 3-wave here, but how does that fit into anything? I don't know. That's why I didn't cover Nasdaq on this week, because it has been so weird. I don't see a clear pattern. So in any case, if you don't see a clear pattern, I would not really look into trading anything. Just a general, in general, that is very. Even if you would miss some kind of move, you just gotta move on. But yeah. I don't see anything here, unfortunately. Maybe this is a 3-way structure. And this is an ABC maybe. ABC and then ABC at WXY overall. How does that fit into anything? Well, at that point, this can't really be a 3-wave unless this is still part of this structure over here. Maybe. Three. At least from the lows, this looks kind of decent. 3, and then we would be expecting a 3 here. So much more bullish overall than S&P 500. I think we had some kind of news events again today. I think PMI was yesterday, right? Today is going to be unemployment claims, and actually the Euro main refinancing rate and monetary policy statements. That's going to be interesting. Well, not the data itself. Oh, actually, unemployment claims just came through 20 minutes ago already. I did not even see that. What did it do to the markets? Is it this dump here? Yeah, it is. So that it didn't like it. DXY probably loves it. Take a look at that. I mean, it does not really love it either. There is some kind of movement up, but not too much. And now it's dumping again. So yeah. This was the pump induced by the unemployment. This white candle here. So yeah, nothing really, to be honest. Kishan, I'm doing only Patreon requests. And maybe some others if I have time. But I still have quite a few to do here before we get into anything. But Nasdaq was that. Not really anything important, I don't think. Dow Jones, let's take a look at that as well. We never retraced for that trade to be taking place. And everything has shifted again. Very nice. Oh man, so nice when everything just shifts on their own weight. TradingView making its magic here happen again. Yeah, this is obviously not right. We did not get that fifth wave in. Impulse down. I think we even got a higher here, yeah. So we have to be adjusting this as well. Have to have it like this. So this would be a way to. I don't really like this. I think that ABC looks way better. This one, and it's shifted as well. Extension targets. But this being a C wave is kind of horrible as well. We would have to have something like this as here. And the extension targets just don't work. This being so high as well in here does not really fit too well. Because it is saying that this is a retracement of, let's see, this would have to be a cycle like this. And price wise it's this. So again, they're not really lining up. Why if we have it like that? Is this possible? It's probably too short. Yeah, just slightly. Yeah, Dow Jones is not showing any good structures either, unfortunately. This was very nice, decent fire wave. There is a chance that this was a 3-way as well. We just went slightly past the 1.618 here with this low. So again, that's why I'm thinking WXY now, since we have this kind of structure here. So if it is a WXY, this last leg is in 3, and at that point again, we are right there, 1-to-1. See if we have divergences. We have divergences from here, quite a few of them. And here as well, we have all the way from wave 1 tops here, all lows. These lows here. One, two. What is this? This is the same mess that we had on the other indices, not making any sense. Extension wise, we are already there. 1-to-1, 1-to-1 here. But wave structure wise, I just don't see anything. Like, what is this? This is probably wave 4 or something. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we had a 3-way pullback? But what is this? What is the next structure? This looks like another 3, but where does that line up? There's no structures left for this to be in here, unless it is a structure that is something like that, and then we would be creating a WXYXZ. I don't think that is the right case, but again, what we have here is bottoming structures here overall. We have divergences all the way from here, and these lows here are creating it. But the structures inside are just not giving us signals that, okay, we need to be going long. This does not really look like fire wave here. 3, consolidation, 3. So to me, that this looks like a WXY. For sure, we can do this. For sure. But we don't need to, because it is already a 3-way structure finished. If it was a 5-way structure, it would need to be either a start or an end of something. End of something would be probably this. Start would be something like that, at least. Maybe this. But yeah, I don't see that being a 5-way, so I'm going to be skipping this. I'm not going to be trading Dow either. And we had Russell. Russell, let's see. Why is this local here? Let's just plug it down. In here. So the idea was that we had a X wave here, potential X wave, 3 wave here. Oh, everything is shifted. It's so annoying. Get rid of all these. Yeah, everything is shifted. So overall, E, then looking for a B wave overall, where we would have this as something like that. That is coming through. I'm definitely going to be setting alarms here down below these lows, as we are most likely looking for a setup like that. I had this as a W wave here, because this looks more like a 3-way structure coming down. But this is looking impulsive to the downside here, where we had this as a 1, 2. We're already getting divergences here. Man, the structure is not looking too hot either. Because if this is indeed a 5-way structure, this would mean that we have a 5-wave coming down. And as we are expecting a wave Y, this would be the first structure of that wave Y. We'd be doing this. However, it is taking so much more time than I like in comparison to that wave W here. We only basically have time for 1-to-1 to be hit doing something like that. I want to be going long on this for sure as well. We do have divergences all the way from here. This does not actually have divergence here. Just have divergence between these two. Structure wise, let's see if we can find something here. This is a wave 4 or something for sure. This is a 1 here maybe. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that third? Third having low RSI makes sense. 3-way pullback like so. Then looking for 5th. We have this overlap here, which would mean that we only have the possibility of having a diagonal here. And if we do have it like this, then it's, man, it's horrible. So ugly. And unfortunately, as it is an expanding diagonal, we don't have even an invalidation here. And this would become a 3rd, 4th and 5th on like that. Not really a fan of this either. But I just don't see anything else here. What's the extension targets here? We're close to the 1.618, which would make sense that it would be a 3rd wave here. But this of course could be an ABC as well. So that would be giving us the potential of ending this whole count of this wave Y at these lows. As for that, we would be only expecting one more low. To be finishing here. I think we need to be patient here, waiting for this reaction for that wave 4. If it gets in 3 waves, then we don't take a trade. If it is in 5 waves, we wait for the pullback and then get in. Because at the worst, if it is indeed 5 waves, we would look for a partner leg here. So that would be either wave ABC or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at that point, obviously, it's not wave 4 anymore. I think that is the case, or the plan here. Just add an alert here below the current lows here. Yeah, I like that. I don't know how it fits, if it's it's kind of small in comparison to this previous wave ABC here, or ABC into these lows. There's no way I can have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, can I? There's no overlap at least. I mean, it's so ugly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that look like 5? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, at least we got a plan here. How we got everything set up. One more low, see if we get a 5 wave or 3 wave, and then look for the pullback. So that's all the indices. Check out Bitcoin. I just did the video today, right? So there's that. We can for sure take a look at that as well. What is this? Oh, this was this test. Yeah. So very local structures that we had. I was thinking something like this, where we had this as an A wave or wave 1, 3 waves into W. This happened yesterday. I was expecting this to be the first of this W yesterday, getting a retracement and then up, but we never got that. We just went straight through down. So I think this is the X. W, X, and then looking for wave Y. We have already hit the highest RSIs here. Also CVD divergence was present there, and now we are getting a bit lower price as I was expecting. We did not hit the 1-to-1 extension either. Not the best setups here either. It's just kind of bad. This looks like 3 here. This was 3, so middle, some kind of WXY overall into that wave Y top. Let's see the extensions that we had here locally. 1.236 to the tick. And let's see the local structures here. Did we get anything here? Almost to the 1.236 as well. So again, there was that trade setup for sure. But I'm already in shorts already, so I'm not really looking for to add more at the moment. But yeah, that's Bitcoin quickly. Check out ETH as well. I liked ETH a bit more than the other altcoins as 5 coming down or coming up. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the third, fourth, and fifth. I think this looked decent. Very close to the 1-to-1 here on the fifth. The structure coming down was in 3 ways, that's for sure on ETH. Again, this looks very good as 3 ways. We did not hit the 1-to-1 here. And we did get some kind of move here. Maybe on too high time frame for RSI. Maybe no, too small. But we are getting these highest highs on RSI again, creating a cycle here. So there is a chance that we are creating a 3 here, a 3 here, and then down again. It's not the best, but comparing this to Bitcoin, we did not even get a new high here on Bitcoin. So this looks decent in my opinion. Closes at 24.1. What do you mean, Johnny, with the closes? Or do you have, okay, you have position. Okay, you're looking for here. Okay, yeah. But yeah, ETH definitely has way more room downwards here. If this is indeed 3, and if this indeed is already that retracement for this whole structure. Of course, this can turn into something like this to be a bit larger, and then we would be getting another 3. But the bullish count here would be that this would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We would be getting some kind of a diagonal here. We have to be looking for that as well. It's not the prettiest by any means at the moment, but I'll just set an alert here beyond the current highs that we had here, just as a chance we go up there as well. But yeah, that's ETH. Nothing really else I would be looking at this. Again, this being a 3-wave does not really give us too many options to the downside. This does look like it's start of something, so again, I'm kind of bullish on that. There's a chance that this again becomes something like this, where what I was pondering about on Bitcoin as well, an ABC, and then we continue down for that larger retracement. But that's ETH. Let's check out the other ones that I had. Solana, Sol USDT. So I had these again as 5 waves coming up, very bullish. We did not get any retracement here. I've not looked into this either. This looks more like a 3-way structure coming down, in my opinion, this one. So let's get rid of that. Not really sure how I want to be labeling this though. This just look 5 waves though. Maybe there's some kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So maybe this is just an ABC here overall. No really need to look into it more carefully. I think it is 3 waves in any case. No divergence at the end, telling us that story to me. Check out the local structures. This does remind more of a 3, but it did remind of 3 on everything else as well. So I think we have to adjust to that, being a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is this some kind of diagonal here? 1, 2. This is the highest high here on RSI. I think we have to be doing it like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 3. There's a lot of different peaks here, so there's a chance that we just do this and call it quits. This is the bull count, obviously. Same as just showed you on ETH. But yeah, we can see the characteristics here as well, a 3-way structure coming down. There's no reason to think this is impulsive to the downside. We have not hit the 1.618 either. So again, this is definitely a possibility of being a 3. We have reset RSI here quite a bit. Let me get a drink here. So yeah, reset that RSI as well. I definitely want us to take out these highs here, with this being 3. But we have not taken those out yet. So there is of course a chance that this is becoming a 5. But I just don't see that based on the extension targets that we had. Is this larger already in price? Or in time, sorry. Oh, it clearly is, yeah. So I almost like the idea. I just like the idea. I don't know why. I just like this idea. Again, the same exact thing that we had ETH. We have to create some kind of diagonal here if we want to be bullish, and this would be the start of something. I don't see that. Again, it's lower probability of being a diagonal than a corrective structure. Based on the overlap that we have here, it's not impulsive. So, of course, can it be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2? Sure. But is that the most likely scenario? No, definitely not. But yeah, very similar to ETH that I currently have. I'm not going to be exiting my shorts anytime soon, unless we see some kind of bullishness out of the markets. Then I might be looking to exit the shorts. I'm not looking for longs either at the moment. If we do something like that, then sure. Then we had ADA. ADA here. Yeah, it looks exactly like that as well. Potential 5 wave here. 1, 2, some kind of 3, 4, 5. There's, again, since we have the highest here on RSI, there's a, well, not, actually this is not the highest. This was the highest. Okay, that looks good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. That looks a bit better than some of the other altcoins. But again, there is a chance that we had this as an ABC here, and then this whole thing would become a WXY overall, where this is another ABC. But that is the bear case. I don't really care about that at the moment. That is not defining us anything or giving us any info. This is kind of more bearish. We have retraced quite a lot here. We actually came down almost to the 1-to-1 here on ADA. I think I got 2 positions open on ADA. Let's see. Yeah, again, we see a lot of overlapping. This is a lot of consolidation here. We have some kind of local range. We did swing fairly pattern these highs. Could be another short opportunity here to the downside. If we take out these lows here, we could be looking for long setups. Again, if you want to be playing those range games, I don't really like those too much. Again, how you would be entering is if the price comes back into the range, you would be going short against the highs that it made and taking profits at the point of control or the midpoint of the channel, and then exiting at the lows or taking more profits. Getting out of a position completely is just something that you probably shouldn't do. I generally like to leave like 25% running, and of course as more divergence come in, especially on impulse waves, you would be looking to take off your positions. But ADA is very bearish because it is already come down so low here. We have gone through the golden pocket, as we can see here, which is again more bearish. So I'm just wondering, how can we hold this? This would probably have to rally quite a bit, doing something like that, so it can fit some kind of partner leg of this here and not break these lows. This is, again, ADA is probably one of those that is going to be breaking the lows here first. I'm going to be setting an alarm here at these lows, because I think this is one of the most bearish coins that we have currently, at least the ones that I'm tracking. Phantom, again, probably all of these are at the same point. Do we have Phantom here? Phantom just above here. Phantom, nice. I actually go to the pink list here and get it. This one, because I got it labeled. And yeah, here we go. Very extended fifth wave here. If we are comparing that to the wave 1 here, we see that we hit the 1.618. And generally we'll want to be seeing a 1-to-1 hit. Obviously, you would not short this at the 1-to-1 unless you see a good structure. I think what we can see here is a 1-2, some kind of 1-2 here. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 maybe. We do have those divergences all the way from these peaks. So again, we would expect 2 divergences to be happening here. But yeah, definitely not the easiest short based on the very small time frames here. Here we have extended to 1.382, and same kind of consolidation. Again, all of the cryptos looking at the same thing at the moment. If we want to be staying bullish, we can't take out the lows here. If we want to be bearish, then this becomes a 3-wave ABC, pullback into X and WXY overall, this one, and then we continue the downtrend downwards again. And for that, again, this would be WXY, and well, we'll see how this turns out. But again, it's very short in time, very comparable this X, WXY, maybe. But again, that is so much more rare than anything else. But that's crypto. That's all the crypto ones that I'm following at the moment. Let's check out some of the ones that we had voted. Tesla. I was still expecting wave 4 to be taking place overall. This whole thing can be done already. Higher time frame, we're getting these divergences everywhere. I don't really like it anymore being a wave 4. It still can be a wave 4, but it's kind of low RSI already. We're getting these divergences but all the way to the top, but I'm not quite liking it. The extensions here as well is not the best. 3 wave here, 3 wave, and then this would have to extend into being 3 wave as well. It goes well past the 1.618 here, that we have generally as a soft extension cap for wave wise, but locally 1.382 of this WXY, so that is decent. 0.5 overall of that third wave, so we definitely don't want to be getting any lower. This is kind of questionable as well. Is this a 5 wave here, or is this indeed an ABC? ABC just definitely fits better as a structure and extension wise for sure. We're not probably even getting 1-to-1. No, we're not. But we have divergences here, so I don't know. This is hard to say what that is. But this is basically the last chance for Tesla to rally for that 5th wave. The issue is already the time it took to create wave 4 compared to this wave 2 here. So it might be that I've mislabeled this and wave 4 was actually here, and we are looking at something else. The overall premise, however, is that Tesla did create a V-cut. So again, in that sense, it is bullish. Even if 5th wave would be here, we'd be looking for a pullback and a continuation of this trend here. So that's why I'm still kind of bullish on Tesla here, and probably want to be looking for setups here. We did have a setup here where this became a 3 wave, but again, it's not the best. It has retraced very slightly to the 38.2 here. I wanted it to come back to 50, so at that point again I would be looking to or more interested in it. Even a bit further, since the golden pocket is quite deep here, 171. So somewhere here, I'm going to be setting an alarm here below the current lows that we have here to see if we can create a structure like that, and then we can be rallying off. And again, at this point, we would be going long against these current lows that we have here. Something like this. That's my expectation, and that's the trade I would be looking for. Tesla, Nvidia. Was it up here? Yeah, it was. So this was the trade setup we were looking at, based on this previous structure here. We had a drop downwards as the market came down, but we also had this potential 5 wave here. Now, 5 wave is very horrible looking. We hit the golden pocket to the dot with a possible 4th wave, so that's why I don't really like it. 3-way structure here though. If this indeed is a 3-way structure, and as we have taken out the highs, there is a chance that we create another rally here. I don't like that opportunity or possibility. This previous short setup was based on this, and I've already talked the stop loss just beyond here. The overall previous setup was this, because again we can't, because we were expecting this to become a diagonal. We can't go beyond the 1-to-1 extension of that 3rd wave compared to 5th in contracting diagonals, so that's why you had the stop loss here. But I've already done this to my position. But yeah, we'll see how this turns out. It's not my favorite setup anymore, really. Probably should de-risk again. We do have divergence here, which could indicate that we have a some kind of 3-way setup there as well. I was thinking also the possibility that this could be the wave 1 of that 5th wave, creating a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, but it's again going to be very ugly. I'm not quite sure how or if I like that at all. Overall, again, the expectation was an ABC. We don't hit the golden pocket yet, so maybe there is a chance that we just rally a bit more, but we are getting these divergences happening here. So yeah, we can see these divergences, all of these. We broke through this first divergence set with this wave 1, and that would make sense if we had a diagonal at the end, creating lower highs here on RSI and higher highs on price. But this is kind of questionable at the moment already. What this is more local structure. I'm not really happy with that, but we'll see. That's Nvidia, and then we had Netflix. So we were expecting, or I was expecting, one more low. There's still a chance for that to be happening, where this would become a wave 4 and 5. So this is again an impulse wave count to the downside. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5 coming up, and then divergences all the way around. At this point, there is a chance of going short here. Actually, price has already reacted to the 1.236. If we go beyond the 1.618, it's starting to be questionable. Probably tuck the stop loss here, and we would expect at least 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio here. So we'd be doing something like that. Comparing this size of wave 5 to wave 1 here, and again, depending on where this is pivoting, if it is pivoting, we are seeing that. And here we don't get to the 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio, which is kind of bad. I kind of wanted that, but definitely Netflix has a chance here of getting short. We have already got divergences here. We get this decent looking 1-to-1 here, or 1.236 to the top here with the divergences. This is a good setup. Then Meta as the last one. Meta. Oh yeah, now I remember. This was very weird. Very weird of a structure. So I think I was looking at this previously here. I did not expect it to go this high here, to be honest. I'm still quite baffled how this is going to go. I had this as a impulse coming down as well, but obviously that is already now failed. So this is not an impulse, because this would be a start of something new. Overall, Meta is very weird. We had this massive bounce here. Again, very weird wave structure. I think this, I don't know how I can even count this. That's why this whole thing is empty of counts. Maybe we can play the shorter time frame here, but the higher time frame here in the middle is just horrible. I don't know how to label that. Based on the Based on the RSI cycles, I would be labeling this in 3 here. So we would probably look at it like that. As we know that this is not a firewall wave or motive wave structure, we probably have to label it like that. Yeah, something like that. That would become a 3-way structure, and this would have to be a WXY overall, since we did not retrace anything. It is very out of proportion extension wise. Do we even get to the 0.618 here? Barely touch the 0.618 here. But the sizes of these boxes is decent if we are comparing the surface area. This is the skinny one, and they are very boxy one. Surface area is decent. I've come to, I don't know if there is any kind of theory about these proportion wise these waves comparing together. I need to be researching that, because that is something that I've noted, again, something new to me at least, that some of the even the extensions are not really fitting the surface area of these structures, are somewhat very similar very often. But yeah, I'm not going to go too detailed into that. Time distribution between WX and Y, we want some parity, probably parity, yeah. Rarely get it. Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of corrections, so we can't expect it to be perfect, right? So, yeah. Yeah. What else do we have here? I think this is the last one that I'm going to be doing that we had as the basic ones. I still got like 20 minutes to go, so I can go through your requests as well. Let me see if we can find something here on Meta. This was again a three-way structure here, and something tells me that we had a potential three-way already in here. I know the subway structures are just bad here, but this, if we just draw it out like that, it looks decent. So if we have that, we would have to downgrade that into W, X, Y. Let's see how much did we actually retrace here. For the expanded flat, we definitely want to be hitting the 1.236. Oh man, look at that. Right to the dot of that 1.618. We might be missing a trade or two here. What was the other one that we were looking at? Netflix. Yeah, Netflix and Meta do look like they want to be shorted. I want to be shorting them. Minuets. I like this. I like this. See if there is anything here. Oh yeah. That is so close as well. Yeah, I like this a lot. Now that we have already getting some kind of move downwards, again, we are expecting a C wave here. I would already be looking for this as the invalidation. And again, targeting here. When is the markets open? Is it in 1 minute? Are the markets open now? Maybe. Meta, I need to be looking into that. Just a moment, I need to enter something. Oh yeah, this was right. Let's see. Extended, right? Yeah, we don't even. A lot of this data does not happen in regular hours. I wonder what we had here. We didn't even have here anything of hours. Of course, my exchange does not really show. I need to look for this stop loss myself. Give me just a moment. This does look like three ways now though. $204. Let's check out the these alerts going on. What is happening here? Google, it's coming down. Okay, okay. Nothing really me to do here. I'm only interested if it goes up. We had the alert. I'll just set an alert here lower. Event. This is just dumping. Never got that fifth wave properly. ABC. Oof, this is so ugly. Yeah, this is super ugly. We did have divergences here. This is highest high on RSI. Not really a fan of this. I mean, we could create a three-way structure here. I'll just set that lead here, the 1-to-1. Nothing really else. Yeah, this was one to watch. Why did we get an alert? We have two alerts here still. This order block here should hold if we want to be bullish. But again, it's kind of risky. So we would have some kind of setup like this. Probably right into the 50 here, and then looking for upwards. I'll just add an alert here. What were we looking at? Meta, was it? Yeah, this one. Okay. Potential structure downwards as a B. Yeah. Netflix was another one that I wanted to look at. Yeah, this is not the best because the extension or the invalidation is quite high there. Let's see, how much did we retrace here already? Overall, wait for only the 23.6. This looks like 3, but again, it's off market hours, so that data is never too good. What do we have here on the S&P 500? It's a bit red. Just a bit red. I kind of want to short this. But the stop is so wide. Maybe I do a smaller position here. I'm not deleting it. It's good. It should stay public, I think. This one, at least. The other ones are the Patreon ones that I'm keeping there. Okay, I think that's fine. Add an alert here. Add alerts here. And then check out the meta. It's just not moving here. See if that starts to move or not. Just add an alert here. Kind of looks like it's gaining up everything that it lost of hours. And this does look like 3, so yeah, might be going a bit higher. But what did we have? We had OP. You can put your requests on the chat now. We can take a look at those. Oh, I still have like, well, only 10 minutes. But yeah, we can take a look at those fast. Bun scalps. OP USDTP. So I had this as very bullish here overall, ABC coming up. Oh well, bearish I mean. But there is a chance that this is something else. We don't know any of the history back here, but this is the bearish option. This being a potential fire wave here can again be a start of something. Overall, I would be looking at this as a potential structure coming down. I had it ending as potential here already, but this does look like it is has created a 3-way move instead. Well, those can stay here, and then this would become an ABC instead. The expectation is always a ABC if we take out the origin here, or the highs. But in this scenario, this would become a WXY, because we had a 3-wave here. The structure from the lows here is very impulsive as well. And trying to say that we have a WXY here, like this, is kind of stretching it. Having this as a ABC is very stretched. See, it goes so extended. So I would expect this to become a 1, 2. This is a third of something for sure. But what is it a third of? This has to be the end here, like on every other crypto. This is a 3-wave. The same consolidation here. These are higher. These are actually lower than this one, so this has to be a wave 2 here of something. There's a chance that this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, but I don't know how I would be labeling that. Maybe some kind of expanding diagonal. I don't know too much about OP, so I'm not sure if this is very prevalent there, or is it common? But this way at least we would have a 2, 1, 2, 1, 2s here. So this would become a 5th wave here. Again, it's not the perfect look for sure, but we could even have it like this. 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5. But again, if we are comparing this kind of structure to this, it's just kind of out of proportion. WTI, I have not. And yeah, ABC, and same as in the other cryptos, I'm expecting some kind of consolidation here and another 3-way to get a partner leg here. Again, not necessary. We can create, if we want to be bullish, create some kind of diagonal in here and then moon. That is definitely possible, but not my preference at the moment. But yeah, I do see on every crypto having this as the start of something more likely than an end of something. So we would be creating a structure like that overall later on. That's OP. What else do we have? Nifty. Just go from here. Nifty. I think I had Nifty somewhere, but I couldn't trade it, so that's why I'm not really tracking it. This one, yeah. And everything is shifted again. Yay. So macro picture was that we had a potential 1 there. What do we have here? ABC. There was a possibility of ABC going up. Get rid of these. You can see I haven't checked this for quite some time. ABC. That looks proportionate, but again, we did not get to the one-to-one extension, log scale or arithmetic. And the extension targets or the structures in here did not fit either. We started to break down. So I have mislabeled this for somehow, because that is definitely possible. The issue that I can straight away see is that we have these as the tops, and this here is the top actually that has the highest RSI. So generally that is something that you don't want to be seen in a 5-way move, meaning this being a 5-way move. Even a 30 minutes we have these, yeah. So this is wrong somehow. We have to be labeling it like this, I think. And this would have to be the end of that C wave here. This definitely feels like more of a C wave and not a wave 1, 2, based on the structures. So I'll just delete that one. That is the macro. Yeah, I'll just delete that one as well. So that's a wave here. So overall, again, I think we had the idea of this being the 2 here later on, where this was a 3, 3, and then we'd be looking for another low here, taking out possibly these lows here. That is of course bold statement, but that is what TA is giving me. 3 here, 3, potential 3 here. This high, however, is higher than anything else. Maybe there is. Maybe this is the retracement here for WXY here. I kind of like that a bit better. We don't have any radical movements here no more. So I think at the moment I would be looking at this as something like that. We already have a very much of a nice looking 3-wave here. Now I like the default ones. That's how I've learned everything here. Three-wave here. Yeah, that is decent looking. This is an ABC, should be. We do have divergence forming here. So again, this is starting to end. I feel like there is going to be a retracement here. I don't think this is actually small. Yeah, this should be a, I mean, yeah. If this indeed is a structure like this, I would be expecting this happening here. A sideways consolidation before a wave Y to be taking place. And this would be somewhere here. Again, they are same degree, but let me just change this. Takes a couple of minutes. Minute, this should be minute here. There we go, and this should be a minor as well, and minute here. So I think this looks decent. 3 here, 3, and then 3. The extension is not the best though. We don't get to the 1-to-1 on this extension, which is kind of weird. Yeah, it could be, but that's why I'm changing the time frames to see how it fits. Maybe your technique is better, but that's how I've done this. And looking at the cycles going on. Overall, we should be seeing this 1-to-1 somewhere here around July. I would be expecting that would. I mean, actually, this is probably further on, because this W is only now done. I mean, comparing this wave Y here, we had most time used here as well for the W. Maybe this is doing something like that, and then another drop like we had here. But at this moment, I would be expecting consolidation here, and then another down here. That's macro, but I'm not going to go too detail into it as I can't even trade it. Hopefully that is at least worth something to you. Then we have the WTI, crude oil. Actually, I have, is this very similar to the US oil? It is, right? Yeah, okay. This was the bull scenario that did not play. I've been tracking the this one for quite some time, but it's same as natural gas is very hard to label oil for me with Elliott waves. This is the bull count, obviously 1 2 1 2, but we did not ever stop here. We're just creating new lows here. RSI is not giving us anything, saying that it is about to end. I don't really see clear structures here at all, so I'm staying away from oil for now. There was a chance that this was a 3-wave here, and this was a 3-wave that ended something, and then we would have another 3-wave coming down. That would obviously take out these lows here at around $62. But yeah, 1 2 some kind of 3 4 5, there is a chance, and this is again one of those where we have a very sideways consolidation and just a breakdown. But the question is it done here, and is this first structure doing something like that? But it would not have the same idea that we would have here as a 1 2 3 4 and 5. So I'm still expecting this to be making new lows at least. 1-to-1 already at $57. I think the best look at the moment would be that this is some kind of 1-2 here. 1-2, maybe 1-2, maybe 1-2, I don't know. These are just weird wicks that we have here, but it's breaking down again. So overall, I think we just need to be looking at the higher time frame, looking at this potential as 1-2, some kind of 3 4 5. Once we start to get divergences here, then I'd be looking or getting more interested. So something like that to happen, and then we could be looking for price to revert. Unless that happens, I'm not really interested. If the wave 3 and 5 is within 14 candles, it's looking at both. I'm not saying better, just explaining why there is none. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because the average is here is the 14. But yeah. Or the average, but they are how many it compares. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all the requests. Let me know if there is something else, if I missed some. Nifty. So the early viewers probably have left already, so I'm not going to be taking their requests at the end. But yeah, I think that was a decent one. We'll see how this S&P 500 is doing here. Very choppy action again, not a surprise. DXY, I was looking at this yesterday. I missed this last bit here and got stopped out at the short. I still can't really get my head around what this is here. We did have these divergences, and they stopped me with it last week here. Because this was the setup here that I was looking at, this being a potential wave 1 2 3 4 5, but this is again larger than the third, so third here would be smallest, which of course can't happen. So maybe the third is this one, but then we can't really put trend lines around anything. So yeah, that was that was my stop for the short, and and I got stopped out. Unfortunate now that we have already moved this much down. But yeah, that happens. I don't know how I would be labeling this though. So yeah, sometimes the setups just don't work the way you want. Yeah, thanks Johnny. Good to have you here as participant as well. But yeah, I think that's all. Thanks for watching, and again, if you want to be part of these Patreon live streams more, again, this was the only public one that I'm going to be having at least for some time. Maybe I'm going to be doing this later on at some point, but again, the next ones are going to be mainly just for Patreon and not for the public. But again, thanks for watching, and see you maybe on the next ones. Join the Discord if you haven't. All the links down below. Bye bye.